vibers? What's going on, vibers? What's going on, vibers? It's your boy J S Vaughn, and guess what, y'all? We are definitely back with another one. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to waste y'all time and whatnot, and I know you guys want to jump into the next video, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him 'cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue.
Oh, shit. Yo, daddy a beast, bro.
Thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through.
There you go, man.
Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
I can't. I feel you on that, man. That's like the biggest disrespect. But he said his dad was a drinker and whatnot. So he must not have been thinking about like what would have happened to his son if his name was Sue. You know what I mean? Let's go.
I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name.
You said kill that man who gave me that awful name. Damn, man, he on a hunt to kill his dad?
I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat a dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die."
Shit, bro. That's dark as hell. Yo, that's dark as hell, man.
Sue, how do you do? Now you gonna die. Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear.
Oh, shit.
But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beard. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun. I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I know I wouldn't be there to help."
That's gangster. Yo, I like it. I like it. He's like, yo, a man have to be tough and whatnot, and I know you gonna have to make it, cause I ain't gonna be there and shit. So the best thing that he knew how to do to make his son tough is name him Sue. And guess what, yo? His son is tough. You know what I mean? I like that energy, yo. I like that energy. That's real, man. That's really real, man. But I ain't gonna hold you.
Rough, and if a man's gonna...
I ain't gonna hold you. Like, as soon as I got the chance in my life and whatnot, yo, I would change my name. Like, I wouldn't run around being called Sue. I would create another freaking name. I'd be like, yo, my name ain't Sue. This is my name, and this is what you guys gotta call me. You know what I mean? That's a fact, man. But like, back in the days, it was something different. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the same You can't. Whatever your parents named you is whatever your name is gonna be, and that's just it. You know what I mean? You won't have to deal with the circumstances because everything was like close knit back in the day. You know what I mean? So nowadays everything is loosey goosey. You could do whatever you want to freaking do. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel that energy. Like, yo, yeah, I knew I would be the type of dad that wouldn't be around and whatnot, and I want my son to be strong and a further and a man's man and whatnot. So I had to name him Sue, cause I know he would be fighting his whole life and shit. You know what I mean? Let's go. That's energy.
He said, son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I know I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's
To get tough or die. That's a fact, man. Let's go.
I give you that name, and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped to make you strong. Yeah. He said, now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue. Yeah, well, what could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called him a paw and he called me a son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son,
I'm gonna name him Sue.
I'm gonna name him Bill or George.
I thought he was gonna say Sue, but he went the other way. You know
If I
what
ever
I
have
mean?
a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, any damn thing but Sue. I really think
All right, man. All right, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Tough track right there, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Tough track. I liked it, man. I definitely liked it. You know, yeah. I mean, it shows you like that's what I'm saying. Like, a dad's point of view is always a rough point of view. You know what I mean? Cause like, I don't know, like me myself, I always look at things on the what if happens side. You know what I mean? And I always like try to freaking give that type of energy to my nephews, my daughters, and everything. You know what I mean? Like, if this, that, and next happen, and you have to fend for yourself, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? And that's the type of energy that came from this track and whatnot. As a fucking father, he knows how fucked up the world really is and shit. He has a son and shit, and he wants his son to be rough. He wants his son to survive this fucked up world and whatnot. So the way that he fought best was to name his son Sue and shit. And his son hated that for his father for that shit, but recognized the reason later on in life and whatnot why his dad did that for him. You know what I mean? And you get a different perspective. That's a lot with a lot of things in life and whatnot. You see things when you're young and whatnot in the lens of a young person and whatnot. And when you get older and you revisit those things, and you be like, you know what? These things had a purpose, had a reason for being like this. And I remember when I was young, I was upset, but now I appreciate those lessons that I learned, because it actually allowed me to grow up. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, definitely a tough track and whatnot. Like the energy, we learned something a little bit now. You know what I mean? And I definitely appreciate it. If you guys want more tracks from Johnny Cash and whatnot, or any other type of videos, y'all already know what to do, man. Put it down there in the comment section. I get to it as soon as possible. If you guys want to show me some love and support, one of the best ways to do that is by smacking the hell out that like button. Smack the hell out that like button. Show me some love and support in that way. Another way you guys can show me some love and support is by subscribing to the channel and sharing it with your friends and family in the same token. That being said, y'all, I'm going to check you guys out next time on the next video. Peace out, one love, and I'm out. Y'all already know, fam. Let's go. Yeah, know.